All right, we're going to try this again. So I'm not sure how good ChatGPT is at making music. So we're going to try to see if we can get it to write some music. So write a classical sonata. Yeah, let's see what it goes with that. Write a classical sonata. 3 movements. Let's see. And it just picked up right. I didn't ask questions. It's Haydn, Mozart, and Beethoven. Written as piano sonata, classical form. So really, I should be sitting in front of a piano. Actually, I could try to play this melody. It's actually saying theme, right hand, left hand. Okay. So of course, an arpeggio. I mean, that's pretty basic. Already 4/4 common time. Very simple. This is not advanced at all. I love how they're like, it's the next wave with AI, but then when you ask it to do something, it's terrible. So let's have it generate this as an audio file. Let's check it out. Well, as audio. And now I'm actually going to see if it can like provide it to me in a MIDI file or something like that. Maybe we can import it into some software, do something with it. Yeah, it's taken a while. And that's the thing. And this is GPT-4. I know the different versions have different capabilities. So if you kind of look up in this corner, it's going to say great for most tasks, used for advanced reasoning. So I might actually try that model. Fastest at advanced reasoning. So this is just for speed. Great at coding and visual reasoning. So I might actually try that. So there's different models. Writing and exploring ideas, coding and analysis. So it looks like the 4 branch is actually picking up on these features, but they're not ready yet. So really the coding is this mini high, coding and visual reasoning. We'll try some of those in a minute. So it actually can't do it. Would you learn to locally generate, or alternatively, wow, it wasn't able to. So let's try it again as an audio file, see if it gets it. And I feel like they're using applications in the back end, like they're actually running the software environments and GPT's interfacing them to do the work, like loading up the file but using command-based actions. So there are limits. It's not, they don't have, because things are designed for humans to do, like our hands, and for us to actually interact with it. And so it's going to be limited to the interfacing that it has. Whatever commands and files you can load into these applications, right? Which I think is creating this bottleneck right here, where it's actually trying to run it into the software. That's what I got. See? Yeah, it requires tools to do it. Python script. No, let's try something else. Let's do coding and visuals. So, we're going to try to do AI. Well, coding and visuals, let's try this. What's the best? Good for writing and exploring ideas, 4.5. Let's try that out. I want generate, or let's see, create a story for a video game. Let's see if we can do this together. Let's see. Engaging detail for a video game. Oh, wow. Okay, created like a sub. Okay, so you can pull out the box or expand it out. Luminous Quest. Okay, interesting. So I see how this is good for writing. So put my panel here for questions on the side. And this is actually the story here. Interesting. Plots them in the magical land. Arion. This sounds so. It's kind of typical, right? Like Dungeons and Dragons kind of thing, right? Magic. Let's see what they have. I feel like it's already a World of Warcraft. Magic, of course. chaos. I mean, it still sounds like fun. I mean, it's why those games are popular, but it's definitely not going outside the box. So it did an RPG style game, environmental puzzles, ancient lore, gathering resources, super popular, tried and true method. So, I mean, it's cool, but at this point, the only reason this would be interesting is if it actually had unique elements to it. And the problem I noticed with AI is it lacks the ability to, let me close this, be creative. So I don't know if it'll actually create something unique. That's why you need a human, right? Let's see. I can't say yet. Not yet. Make this story more unique and provide it in a storyboard format. Let's see if we can get it to really break it down for us. So we can have scenes, sections, like something more organized instead of just this broad, generic, overarching. Wow, it's overriding. Okay, I see what this is like. The features of this GPT 4.5. It's overriding itself with more refinement instead of just that long running chat that just keeps building up on the typical GPT. There we go. So we have the Eclipse, Celestial City. That's pretty cool. Vibrant festival in Twilight. Okay, that's great. I've always loved Final Fantasies for that reason. They always have vibrant, beautiful scenery. Sudden eclipse darkens the sky. Okay, now this is sounding like a Zelda game, right? Panic ensues, stars vanish. Protagonist Kaylin. Oh, man. Okay. Hidden celestial powers. This is getting kind of interesting, the scene too. So storyboarding is actually a good idea. Because it can actually organize, whether it's a movie or a game, it's organizing the flow. And that's important. Because good games also have cinematic cutscenes, so... Ancient Observatory. Quest begins. Alright, so... Outskirts of the Celestial City. So the prophecy. You meet the person's going to guide you. Now we're moving to quest begins. Stars dim. Okay. Oh. Embarks on this quest. Okay. So it's okay. It's getting a little bit vague as it progresses. I'm actually trying to read more. And it's storyboarding, but it's not a lot of detail. You should have more detail on the storyboard. You got to know what you're doing, right? So, reclaim it, Clash of the Guardians, Secrets of Stardust. It's kind of weird. It's pretty good. It's interesting, actually. I think I'm liking this. So, let's see. Generate graphics. Let's see what this can do for each stage of the storyboard. Because storyboards have illustrations to kind of show you what's going on. You can easily create visuals for each stage using... So it's telling me other tools to use to do this. And it's giving me prompts. So while it's doing that, I'm going to set up the next statement. Can you interface these applications and generate the graphics for me? Let's let it finish up before we do that. Let's see how smart it is. I can't directly... Okay. So, let's see. I know there's advanced in visual... Coding and visual reasoning. So the thing about ChatGPT is it's a large language model that's text-driven. But it's not going to do like coding, Q&A, questions, reasoning, discussions, conversations, but not visuals. And so this is where I think it starts to become difficult. And I actually tried some of that. So let's try. Let's go back to 4.0 on the same task. Generate images for me for the listed storyboard. So it looks like I'm interfacing different GPT architectures. What do they call these? Models. So now I can generate images using the same chat, which is pretty cool. Oh man, this is terrible though. It is definitely not the application of choice for this. Okay. Well, let's see what we got. It's creating their first image, and man, that is slow. How is it even kind of rolling it in? Wouldn't you think it would generate the image and provide it to you? This is interesting. It's like creating it and polishing it. I don't even know what to think right now, but okay. It's a bit Harry Potter-esque, but okay. So it's got the festival going on. An eclipse kind of but with a burning sun. Oh, all right. That's pretty cool. That's a good cover photo, actually. Let me see. Yeah, that's not bad at all. But it's not doing the individual scenes. So let's see. Oh, man, that scroll really went all the way. I'll keep it in the chat for now. Let's see. Can you generate prototype of this game? See what it's got. Let's see how it responds. Is it going to give me like code for software? Okay. All right. Cool. So this is in React. So it's making it for web. That might be pretty cool. And I think that is Tailwinds JS. I'm seeing some. It's React and Tailwinds, it looks like. Or Tailwind CSS, actually. React-based prototype of Veil of Stardust game lets you scroll through the scene from the storyboard with interactive navigation and animated transitions. Okay. Well, there's a preview here. Let's see what it's got. Okay. All right. I mean, this needs more graphics. So let's stop this. Make the screens contain graphics of each of the scenes. Looks like my frames have started getting a little choppy. Let me correct that while it's doing that. No, maybe the computer's getting a little worked. Sometimes I have to reset it. So, graphical display. You can replace the image paths. Okay, so I might have to host it. See if it does it. Ah. Okay. So, let's see. Can you embed this via base 64? Can you embed the graphics via base 64 so that I can preview the images directly in the page? Base 64. Let me try or SVG graphics. Oh man, I lost the preview. Oh, that's going to be interesting. Let's see. Open prototype. There it goes. It's back. I think when it regenerates. So it's rolling through. Let's see if it actually bumps the graphics. See, so it's stuck on this line. It's actually trying to bump them up. There we go. We got SVG graphics. That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool, dude. It converted the image. Well, it generated images and it converted the image content into embedded graphics. So that's neat. So originally it was actually saying I could do the images. So now I'm having it generate embedded graphics. Let's see what it comes up with, man. We might get a pretty good storyboard going on. And I might actually try to add some audio and let me think about it. Audio, and maybe we can try to somehow animate it a little bit. Because I know since it's in HTML, it's going to struggle with performance for animation. All right. So it's embedded base64 encoded SVG. The base64 makes it should actually improve performance versus drawable graphics. For each scene directly into the prototype, you can now preview it without needing external assets. That's how I want it. Let's try it out. Oh, man, look at that. All right, so prototype's looking better. Very simple graphics, but still not bad. Settings: Celestial City, Vibrant City, Festival at Twilight, Sudden Eclipse, Darkens, Characters and Introduced. Okay, wow, that's that's a green square inside of a green background. That's something. I guess this is the outskirts. I'll have it try to correct some of this, but let's first try to throw some music in on it before we do that. That's terrible graphics. Can you add live music to each prototype scene? So let's see how it adds music into it. Because I'd say that's a little bit more tricky with web-based languages. They mostly focus on presentation, layout, and graphics. Okay, so it just generated an MP3 and just embeds it right away, but it didn't embed it. It's a path. So that's going to be the next thing. We got to get it to embed that and play that music on the page. And I'm not really sure how you would do that, to be honest. So it's incrementing the scenes. Look at that, man. It's kind of tracking. It's a little rough. You know, you think you would probably instantiate a class and load them up case by case. This is very procedural. It's doing a very procedural approach to things, very simple. So it's probably a little harder to maintain, of course, as it gets bigger and bigger. Please provide the audio files and embed them. Also, make them play automatically as I navigate through each scene. All right, I think it's going to get stuck right here. You can do embedded base64 audio, huh? That's interesting. I didn't know you could do that, because I guess you can do it. Actually, you can, because you're defining a data type, and you define it as the type MP3, and then base64 encoded as if you're downloading it. So that makes sense because it's following the HTTP protocol. It's like you're downloading it. Because it's a data type. So instead of making a separate request and getting that data type from the header, it's going to be embedded in page. All right. So we're making a prototype. I was trying to make a game. Now it's kind of a prototype. So that'll be the next thing. Let's see if we can make a game in under 30 minutes, even if it's simple. If it works, I'll publish this. I think I can make this public for you guys to try out. Let's see. All right. I think it's got it. Let's try it out. Moment of truth. Built-in embedded player. And it's loading it. I don't think it's going to get it. That's taking too long for an embedded song. Should have played it. Ah, man. Let's see. Okay. Yeah, it's not getting it. All right. So we'll tell it that it's not playing. See what it does. I've never actually done that. I've done some embedded images before, but I am having trouble playing the audio. It just loads indefinitely. See what it does. Leading to playback. Here's how we can fix it. Use properly encoded. So it's probably trying to get me to do it. And embed valid. Embed it properly. Let's go with option 2. Yeah, this is, I mean, I know there are better coding tools, and I know ChatGPT is trying to get into it, but it's great for like, I see ChatGPT as an advanced search engine. It's like the next Google. It's way more accurate to me than Google. It's like a paid Google. But for coding, I mean, simple Q&A, like help me write this, help me do this small thing, it's going to work well. But I know there are other tools that do a much better job at coding. I was really hoping to get this game going too. If we can get something going, then I would actually start to try to make more interesting games. I did actually try to make a cell phone app on it before, and I kept asking it, hey, create the like resulting I forgot the format for Android file, and it was like, give me a couple hours, give me a couple minutes, and after about a week, it of asking it over and over, it said I can't do it, and then it generated the code for me to import into Android Studio and then actually try it out myself. But I don't think it was actually going to be that good. It's very primitive code. Yeah, it's taking a while on the audio. So the game before 30 minutes probably won't work, but maybe we might get a decent storyboard. We'll build on it as GPT gets better. And in maybe 10 to 20 years, we might have a game. Answer in the chat instead. Whoa. Nope. Yeah, this is where it's going to do the... No. I want to go back. Go back. I actually like the interactive way of doing it. Oh, man. How do I do that again? They kind of up the interface. All right, I think I just got to get it to... There we go. That's what it is. It's Canvas. That's new. Okay, updated music files. Paste each of the full strings. Would you like me to? Yes, just, yeah. It does that. It asks me to do it, and then it's like, do you want me to do it instead? Of course. I think it tries to get out of doing more work. Maybe because their systems are being bogged down. And so they ask you to do it first. And then you'll tell it to do it, and then it'll do it. It's like it wants to get out of the extra work. So this should be faster because it's going to paste it right in. And I think this is it right here. We got text, we got photos, we got audio. I don't think it can do much more. I definitely, maybe I might ask it to do a video, but with the green square on a green background as the image that it generated, I'm not too confident in the video that it's going to create. So let's see what we got. Boom. Yeah, the embedded audio is not gonna, it's just not cutting it. So, all right, well, there we go. So I think the next thing we can do, that's kind of it for this video, but the next thing we can do is see how it will handle, I don't know, different tasks. I'll try to see if it can generate the data for external applications, but then I'd have to have those launched up and ready to try out. And then maybe actually try more story-based content, see how it writes actual just text. GPT is, from what I can tell, is good with writing. It's a good writer. So let's actually see if it can maybe write a book instead. But graphics, audio, things along those lines, it definitely struggles with. So, all right, thanks guys. See you on the next one.